You are my best friend, my lover, my soulmate, and I feel so lucky that I get to choose you every day for the rest of my days.
Beautiful. You are so beautiful.
I love you.
Alexis and Dan, do you, with your family and friends as your witnesses, present yourselves willingly and of your own accord to be joined in marriage?
Yes.
We do.
Will you promise to care for each other in the joys and sorrows of life, come what may, and share the responsibility for the growth and enrichment of your lives together?
We do.
Yeah.
Alexis and Dan will now share their own marital vows that they have written for one another.
Almost 6 years ago, during a dark time when I needed a friend the most, I found you. I know it sounds crazy, but when I came across your sweet face in that app, deep down, I knew you were my person. Your face, your eyes, your smile, your love of hiking and humor, the Latka photo. I mean, could you have been more perfect? Dan Leeper. I had to use all my beans, and then the banter began. Dan, I love to laugh, those deep, full belly, real laughs, but they've always been a little bit more elusive until you came onto the scene. And after years of dating each other, countless 5 a.m. spirit flights, 3 international trips, living together, and a pandemic, I have never known someone more intimately in my entire life. That being said, I still have so many questions about you, Daniel Seth Leeper. Like, how is it possible for one man to be so good at so many things? Your mom and I talked about this. And how is it possible that you can drive me so crazy but keep me so grounded and make me feel so sane? Well, I may never know the answers to any of these questions, but I do know this. Even though you may be a sweaty mess sometimes, and I am fully convinced that temperature control sheets are a lie, don't waste your money. You'll always be able to keep me warm. And with your foot on the brake, you'll always be ready for any oncoming traffic. And when you're hot on my heels, at least you'll always be close behind. And when you're not side by side, because I really love getting to walk in step with you. It's one of my favorite things. And I get that even though you will always be a safety first kind of guy, it's that safety that gives me the bedrock and freedom to take great leaps. I had to do it. And when you finally told me that you loved me, I knew that you really meant those words with your whole being. And when you picked up and you left these most amazing friends and family, and your stunning view of the lighthouse and the Atlantic to come be with me in NYC, you affirmed everything I said to a bunch of people, I was like, I don't even need today. He told me everything that I ever needed to know about him. And he came to New York. I can't believe in such a vast world of billions of people that I found you and that we've made it stick and that we get to make it stick forever. And on top of that, you share your food, which is awesome. I've never fought with anyone like we fight, but the difference is you stick around Dan Leeper because you're steadfast. You're rock solid. You're my rock. You make me feel safe and secure. And I love your beautiful, massive heart. You care more than anyone. If someone is sick or injured, you're the first person to check in, and then you check back in. You have a generous and loving heart of gold and an unrelenting commitment to your values. Those were the rings, it's fine. You're rock solid, and I'm so glad that you're my rock. You make me feel safe and loved, and I promise I will always be by your side. Dun, dun, dun. And I will always support you and love you. We will hike the world, we will laugh together, we will cry, we will go on trips, we will probably fight. But I want you to know that I will always fight for us, okay? I'm so glad that we waited. And I'm so glad that we took our time, because today feels earned. Our love is a grounded love, a real love that takes effort from each of us every day. We're not the perfect couple, but we choose to learn how to be better humans for each other. Thank you for being my person, and for your patience, and for your love. And even in my less evolved moments, thank you for loving me then.
Alexis, I'm so forever grateful for Arum, Daewoo, and Soo Kang's vision to design a phone dating app that can involve purchasing your lovers. 3 sisters. And I'm so grateful that a smart friend of yours, Dave, that I now know their name from earlier, recommended the app to you and that the right transaction transpired between us. I am also forever grateful that you have such an understanding, caring nature and a deep love for your dad that you will get on a plane and go save his life as needed. It took a couple of fortuitous events to bring the process of our lives becoming intertwined, and I feel insanely lucky also. It said a lot about who you are that you would drop your hopes and dreams and potential career opportunities in New York to come to Florida to do what needed to be done. To be an advocate in the hospital for your dad. And at the time when we first met, I admired that selflessness instantly and a lot. There are a myriad of positive aspects which I admire about you. You are so beautiful in so many ways. It doesn't take putting on the dress you're wearing, which is stunning.
What is going on with them today?
For you to look beautiful. You are beautiful every minute of every day. Your energy and spirit when you perform on stage are contagious and such a joyous, harmonious spectacle. And off stage, you broadcast a combination of laughs, love, hugs, smiles, rainbows, unicorns, wisdom, and buckets of oxytocin to everyone and everything. And you're a friend who can be counted on. I love that you always know where we are and where we are going. Whether on the street, and I've said that in a card before, I stole that. Whether on the streets of New York or in life in general. Your grit, tenacity, and willingness to work hard to achieve something difficult are such a great balance to your warm, nurturing soul. You take care of your body and your mind and care about our planet. You are able to anticipate our needs and know me better than I know me. I absolutely cannot leave out how much I admire how funny and creative you are, because those are some of the most wonderful qualities and what binds us. We giggle and laugh all day together and have since day one. You're the best. It's been 2,096 days between our first date and now. We have come so far. We are world travelers. We survived living through a pandemic lockdown together in close quarters at all times, only to come out happier and more engaged.
Literally.
My friends are your friends, and your friends are my friends, and here we are together, happy as can be. The glory of riches we get to call our communal group of friends is a pretty incredible thing. I immediately felt so welcomed and loved by your close friends, and I know that you experience the same. And we will always have them to celebrate with, love, and cherish. The days of sending each other good morning texts from afar, or drowsy selfies in the coach cabin of a Spirit plane and waking up at 5 a.m. and slipping on ice at the airport are in the distant past. We have started We have started a beautiful home together in New York, summited many peaks and hiked some beautiful trails, and floated down the mighty Saco River together many times. We have marched together for science and for women's rights, and have merged our families and life, and it has been a fantastic journey. I have felt like I am part of your family for some time now, but this is much more official, and I feel completely honored. We have begun building a family. The best is yet to come, however. As we proceed together, I vow to lift you up and be a source of encouragement, positivity, and inspiration in achieving every dream that you have, and in doing that, being the least judgmental, most supportive version of myself for you. I vow to make it known to you by vocalizing it, how beautiful I think you are. I vow to be mindful of all the selfless acts that you do to keep our life more firmly on the rails, and to recognize this and to thank you, and to share the load equally and do my part. I vow to respect you and your time and listen intently and speak to you kindly. I vow to be with you stride for stride, hip and hip, together, and prioritizing you over all. I vow to continue to be active and healthy so we are still enjoying nature when we are fashionably old on the trail. We are much greater than the sum of our parts. When times are rough, we have an incredible support system and each other. We get to ride through it all together. You make me feel so loved always. I love you too, and I will always be there for you, especially as you suggested to open a jar or reach for something on a high shelf. And someday, I promise, we will travel to Israel together.
With this ring,
With all that I am and all that I have,
with all that I am and all that I have,
I bind my life to yours.
I bind my life to yours.
May it forever remind you
May it forever remind you
of the commitment we made on this joyous day.
of the commitment we made on this joyous day.
I vow to love you,
I vow to love you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
and stand beside you,
and stand beside you,
hand in hand as your best friend and lover,
hand in hand as your best friend and lover,
as we watch the ebbing tide of life.
as we watch the ebbing tide of life.
With this ring,
With all that I am and all that I have,
with all that I am and all that I have,
I bind my life to yours.
I bind my life to yours. May it forever remind you
Of the commitment we made on this joyous day,
of the commitment we made on this joyous day.
I vow to love you, laugh with you, and stand beside you,
I vow to love you, laugh with you, and stand beside you,
hand in hand as your best friend and lover,
hand in hand as your best friend and lover,
as we watch the ebbing tide of life.
as we watch the ebbing tide of life.
May the Lord bless you and guard you. Yivarechecha Adonai Pana
Ve'yishmerecha.
Yishmarecha. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Ya'er.
Ya'er Adonai
Pana.
Pana Elecha Avimecha.
Very good.
May the Lord lift up his face onto you and give you peace.
The vows Alexis and Dan have taken today are as permanent as the breaking of this glass. As Dan breaks the glass, Alexis will pull a pin to start a time since clock, which this perfect pair found in a museum. this clock will forever read exactly how long it's been since this joyous first moment of marriage. For the rest of their lives, they can look back upon every cherished second, all of which begins right now. Right after the groom breaks the glass and the bride pulls the pin, I invite you all to shout a nice, hearty mazel tov. To start this marriage off with our biggest, loudest, most joyful, and love-filled blessings for Alexis and Dan's extraordinary life and family together. Everybody ready?
Can we get a count off, like
Got
1,
your-
2, 3?
Yep, you got your mazel tovs ready, everybody? All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I love the way you laugh together. I love the way you look at one another. It's just so beautifully fun. And you guys know how to play. You are so playful together. I'm a psychologist, and I think people forget how to play. You guys know how to play, and I hope that you remember to play. You will remember to play for the rest of your lives, and you'll make the people around you play. It's beautiful. You guys, as many little differences as you have, more of it is similar, right? And interestingly enough, you nurture everybody by feeding us, right? In different ways. And when you cook, you are creating. And right now, you are creating a life together. And it is so wonderful.
I realize that not everybody knows what Churchill's Pub is, but it's the diviest of dive bars possible. It smells like every bathroom you've ever been to. And this is the first place that I met Alexis. This is where Dan chose to bring Alexis out to meet me. And so I don't know what that says about my relationship with Dan or what it says about him with Alexis, but to me it exuded confidence. And it showed me that he cared so much about her. When he went off to the bathroom, I could talk candidly with Alexis. And I said that, you remember this, and I said, if he brought you here, he must really love you.
It is truly an honor to be here to witness his love. Although I feel like I've had a great seat to watch this beautiful relationship from pretty much the start. Back in the before times when Alexis was Tindering across America and Dan was barbecuing until 6 in the morning, great brisket, 5 stars. Dan would wake up every morning in Lighthouse Point, and what would he see right outside his window? That's right, you were all correct. It was a lighthouse. But then lucky for him, lucky for us, he found his Alexis, his actual guiding light. His new lighthouse, shining light on the world outside South Florida. The world would shine for a quick visit to Harlem. The light would shine to all different and new places. And now the light shines on whatever and wherever they wanted to reach. Dan found his lighthouse. It's right there. You can raise your glass to the bride and groom, to Lex and me. Mazel tov.